drip. Let's go.
It's another K-Town beat.
YouTube. It's your boy, Mr.Outliner. I'm back. Hey, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. You know how we do it. Today we got the high taper afro fade. You know how we do it. We're gonna jump straight into it. You make your first guideline, and what I was showing you in the beginning, you want to stay on the inside of the natural line to give it that effect that we're looking for, right? We want that curve to pop out, so I stay on the inside. Somebody wanted me to show more up close cutting, so this is what I'm doing right here. Let me know in the comments how you like that. Anyway, you take your second, to make your second guideline, we'll use the 1.5. You use the 1.5 to make it, and now right here I'm using the 3 because I want to take some of the bulk off, because I feel like it's just a little bit too much. I could have did it in the beginning, but I didn't. I did it at this point, right? So you do open to close everything, and you work your way down. So we use the 3 here. We knocked it down. It's under control a little bit for me now. I can kind of see what's going on, what's being done, right? So after you do that, you just go up, work it till you can't anymore. Then you use the 2 guard, and you do the same thing. You come down, open to close, and you work it out, right? Work the guidelines out until you get to the bottom guideline, and then you work that one out also. Now right here, you're gonna switch it to the 1 guard. Take the 1 guard, open, and I work the bottom line out now. If you see that, you work the bottom line out. Take your time with it. Go against the pattern of the hair. The same direction it's going down, you go the same direction up. Same direction down, same direction up. Right? Open to close until you close the lever all the way. Once you do that, you take the guard off. And you do the same thing. Open to close with no guard this time. Whatever you have to do to get that first guideline out to make all the guidelines come together. Now, as I was doing this, I still see where I got a lot of bulk at. So I go back and I look at it, I see it. So I have to go back and fix that. So I came back with the 1.5, which where I started with on the second guideline, to still remove some of that bulk. Now, as you can see, the bulk is definitely going away now, right? Now, it may look a little strange to you right now, but I guarantee you it's gonna come out right. So anyway, you work that guideline out. I misjudged it somewhere, and that happens. You can't, every haircut don't go as planned all the time. For the most part, it should. 95%, 90, 95%. Then you have some exceptions sometimes. Maybe you just didn't attack it the right way, or whatever the case is. But you go back to steps, repeat all your steps if it didn't come out right. And that's what I did. I went 1.5, back to 1, back to no guard. You know what I mean? So right here, I'm using clip over comb because it's sticking out. I don't want it to stick out. I want it to blend a little better than it is. Knock some more of the bulk off. And come back and trim it freehand. Knock some of that off. And like I said, once you have the foundation and know all your steps, even if you mess up some type of way, you can fix it. And that's what I'm showing you right here. Anything can be fixed. You just gotta stick to the plan, stick to what's going on, what you know how to do. Don't get outside of that, right? You see that? So it came out pretty good. Once I put the line on it, it'll come out. The thickness from behind the ear, we need to get rid of that. Once we get rid of the thickness from behind the ear, everything will start to come together. So I use my 3 guard here also. And I go up. The same thing we did on the side. That's what I'm saying. The formula is the same. Open to close. Do the same thing. Now, turn them around to the other side. We're going to repeat the same steps. right? You make your first guideline within the lineup, the natural lineup, because I want to create that curve. That's what I really want to do. I want to create the curve, so you want to stay within the line. You see that? Same thing we did on the other side. So now I'm doing it with the 1.5 again. Exact same steps, nothing different, right? I'm coming back. I got the 3 guard I'm about to put on and then knock it down. Same thing we did on the other side. Just repeat the steps. I know it may sound like I'm doing a lot of talking, but I'm doing this because the rest of the video after I do this, I'm gonna speed it up a little bit, get y'all to the point to where we're about to do the edge up and things like that. But I want you to understand that I'm using the same method around the whole head. So I used the 2 guard there. I came up, I'm cleaning. I'm trying to get rid of that second guideline, right? And now I got the 1.5. I'm going up, open the close, cleaning it up, going against the pattern of the hair. However it's coming down, you're going up against the grain. That's what you call against the grain, right? And now I got my 1 guard on, and I'm stretching the skin a little bit so I can see exactly what I'm doing. Hair tends to grow different on both sides. A lot of times it's not the same, but like I said, stick to your guns and stick to what works for you in the method that you're using, and it's gonna work out fine, right? So you see that? Got rid of that, and I'm just cleaning them up good. If you see any dark spots, you go in, clean that up, and you'll be all right. So after you use the 1 guard, you take the guard off and you have no guard. Now, I'm trying to smooth it out as much as possible, especially close to the edge up, because that's gonna be less work for me. And then I still want to clean up behind the ears just like I did on the other side. So I'm gonna take the 3 guard again, and I'm gonna clean up a little bit around the ears. Now this is just the first attempt at cleaning it up. After this, we'll come back a little later and we'll get to the bulk of it and make sure it's blended all the way.
It's another K-Town beat.
Now, after you've done that, you want to get into the edge up. And excuse the blurriness right here. I don't know what happened, but I still want to show you how you do the edge up. You want to knock it down, make sure the hair is laying down flat. And I'm showing you with the comb exactly where the lineup should be. If you see how his hair is, it kind of goes slanted down to the back, but we want to bring it up forward. And I want to do that I want to match it with the corner of his eyelid, not his eyebrow. Unless it doesn't line up with the eyelid. Sometimes it don't. Sometimes you have to line it up with the eyebrow. But it's a judgment call. You do what you want to do with it, right? And you see I'm staying on the natural lineup, and that's the natural curve right there. You can barely see it, but I'm going to try to stay on it as much as possible, and that's what you want to do. See that? That's what you want to do. Stay on the curve, stay on the natural lineup. It's not about making it so short. Like I said, we can add enhancements to make it pop a little bit more, but you want to stay on the right on the natural line if possible. Sometimes you have to go in just a little bit, but for the most part, you want to stay natural. Then after that, you want to prep the front of the edge up. Now this is important, and you want to visualize the edge up in the beginning so you can know how to attack it. Now for me, I saw that his natural lineup was pretty good. It's on the right side. It's kind of a little different over there. So maybe I'll start from that side first and work my way over than what I normally do, which is work from the middle over. But also, I like to put holding spray. And this holding spray, everybody always asks me what type of holding spray I use. And the type of holding spray I use is frozen stiff. You can get it at Sally's. Now, I use clip over comb to remove some of the bulk from the front because I want to be able to see it all the way, and I want to make sure it's not too much overhang. Now, on this edge up, don't judge me to the end because a lot of times I'm just making a line to give me a guide on how I'm going to attack it, where I'm going to actually sit the line at permanently. And also I know that I'm going to use enhancements, so I give myself a little room to achieve everything that I need to. So remember that it doesn't have to always be exactly straight. Your line doesn't have to always be exactly straight in the beginning. You can always come back and detail it, especially after using enhancements like I do. So, like I said, don't judge me on it until the end. I had to work with it a little bit, but it came out good, and you'll see that towards the end. So, another thing to remember is that you want to use your mirror to show you where any imperfections are. And also, I like to stand directly in front of the client and do my lineups. But sometimes in the video, I do it from different angles so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. But outside of that, you might not see me use the mirror or stand directly in front of the client just to make sure I get it right before he leaves out the chair. So keep that in mind. It's three things you want to do for an edge up. You want to visualize it, you want to stand in front of them, and then you want to use your mirror. Those three things will take you a long way. And another thing that you might want to incorporate into that is taking your time with it also. And sometimes once you put the edge up on it, you can see imperfections in your fade. It'll show you exactly like, oh, this doesn't sit well with this. And when I'm doing this line on his neck right here, now I can see like where the fade needs to be blended a little more right around here because I got the line there now. Now I can see like, oh, that's not just falling into place the way that I wanted to fall in place. So I would go back in with my guard on, and I'll go against the grain to make that part happen. So just look for it. I'm sure I'll go to it, and I'll start cleaning them up real good right around the ear just to make the fade pop a little bit more. And sometimes when the hair is curly, it creates that, but it's an easy removal. So just go in with your guard, big guard first, work your way down, and eventually it'll blend into the rest of the fade. After that, you want to get ready to go over it. You want to trim some of the hair off the top. He asked me to take it down a little bit, so that's what we did. And I just freehand it, and I'm just trimming around the head, making sure I kind of smooth it out, knock some of the wild hairs down so that when he goes home and pick it out, it'll all still be the same length. So that's another part of doing the afro taper, high taper, is trimming it, right? And so right here, we've done everything that we think we need to do. So now I'm using the enhancements on it. You want to make the enhancements look as natural as possible. You spray the sides. You do the front, then I spray the sides, both sides, left and right, just to make sure that they get a nice color on them also. Then after that, you go in, tap it wherever you think it needs to be tapped at, clean them up, take your time with it, like I said, step back, look at it, use the mirror, stand in front of them, get eye level, make sure everything is good. Sometimes with edge-ups, you have to look at it from multiple angles, so that's what I did. I just took my time with it. I was happy with the results. He was too, so, you know, like I said, it all pays off if you take your time with it and make things happen. So use your mirror, visualize, take your time, everything will be all right. Now, as you can see in the video, I'm gonna look in the mirror and I'm gonna touch a part of his head because I'm gonna be able to see in the mirror where it's uneven at. When you see me do it, you'll know. You'll be like, all right, he touched the spot exactly where it was. That's because I used the mirror to tell me exactly where it was. So the mirror is your friend. The mirror will not lie to you. See? Watch this. Boom, right there. I know I need to tap that part because I'm looking in the mirror. I'm not standing directly in front of him because I'm trying to show you all how to do it, but I'm looking in the mirror now to boom, I know I need to tap that. I know that that's off, that piece is off. This is the before. This is the after. He liked it, he loved it, he'll be back. Hey, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, leave me a comment, let me know how the haircut turned out in the video. Until next time, love, peace, and hair grease, I'm out.